Welcome back to my throne, everyone. It's Dark Prince Leo back with another video. So, as you may have noticed, yes, new blindfold. So I figured, well, if you guys have been following up with my Instagram page, I put out a poll whether to make a new blindfold or let you guys know about my first love and then finally letting her go. So, in all cases, I bought the blindfold just in case, and well, but the tolls came out, and the result is second option, letting you know. So I don't know how to start this, but let's say it happened back in my senior year in high school. And I will also say this before I continue any further. I still show at least some respect, so I will not let this girl's name out, like for real, whoever, well, her real name anyway. So I will show some boundaries, limits, and respects at least for this. So when we first met, we were playing Pokemon, like the old Diamond and Pearl version on Nintendo DS. Of course, I'm battling my friends. She's watching, a couple others were watching, and then she kind of asked me, like, she could look at my Pokemon, and of course, I showed her everything, and my Pokemon team was really balanced, so I took a look at hers, and oh my gosh, probably her Staraptor was probably the strongest. That Pokemon was at level 36. Shadow Torterra that was like level 28. Everything else was just like, well, way below. So I asked her, like, I could train her, be her tutor on Pokemon. I could teach her everything I know. After that, lunch bell rang, we all went down to class. And this happened on a Friday, so I got a good memory. And then next week, Monday at lunch, like, she joins over at my group, and well, safe to say, so like we're talking, getting along, showing her Pokemon, then something happened, and then she just instantly came in and hugged me, and then just said, "No, he's mine." And then I guess I was in shock and disarray on what was going on. So, but I guess we ended up as a couple that day, and I guess things took off a little more from there. So of course we spent more time together, got to know each other, and well, throughout the time too, we've had some of our ups and downs. And some of my friends, they called her Tinkerbell because she was a little shorter than me, like about half my size. So, and but things kept going, and then I guess that's when we started to hit our downhill a little bit. It's maybe hard to believe, but she broke up with me like a couple of days before the 14th of February. So it kind of hurt a little after that. But then I guess after that time, it was a little more harder for me because I just, my friends, they all cheered me up and got me through some tough times because that was probably the first time I was ever feeling that way. And when that happened, like, I guess a couple of weeks passed and she talked to me. Like, she wanted to talk to me. She wanted to know if I could take her back. She was really sorry about what happened. She had no idea what she was thinking and everything. So I decided to let her decide for herself first if that's what she really wanted. And I needed time to think on this too, because like I said, it was my first time in an actual real relationship. So, and then of course, yeah, we talked things over, we made up, and well, we started going back out in a relationship again. Yes, I know what you're all thinking. It is what it is, but let's just say things were actually a little more better now. But of course, it wasn't gonna last forever, right? Because well, I was a senior during that time. I was gonna be graduating soon. And of course, like I think a week before graduation, like we had to break up, of course. So it was really saddening to do that we had to. It hurt both on our side, but we both had it agreed. Like I couldn't date her; she would still be in school, and I'd be out in the world. I had to start doing things, and so I did. But yeah, it hurt. I'll say that. A whole year, and it hurt. But all I had to know is I had to keep moving through each and every day. I had to, well, find out what I want to do. Of course, I needed a job, needed money, get my own place to live, and of course, I mean, we talked when we could, like over the phone anyway, because she had to use her friend's phone. But either way, it's still different because apparently, after she graduated, apparently her family took her, well, her whole family moved to like California. And of course, I wasn't aware of the situation until I got a call like years later from an unknown number. It was like California. It's like, oh, I thought it was a scam. And I was like, hang up, hang up, hang up. Stop calling me, scammers. And then someone got a text, same number, and saying, hi, it's me. And like I said, I won't say her name, but so and then we started texting, and then like of course I had a question, how do I know it's you? And then, well, she answered the question, and had to make sure double check because you never know. But after that, it was like, well, yeah, it's her, and we even got to video call and everything. We used Facebook Messenger to stay in touch, though. So, but we can only stay in touch for so long. But now, a couple of years later, fast forwarding, well, apparently now our family is in Texas, I believe, if I remember correctly. Because, well, a couple of months ago, it was like, how do I say this? It was really, she got in contact with me a couple of months ago. First through Facebook Messenger, and got the video call. It was nice to see a familiar face. Like, I won't lie, I was really happy when I saw her. I was. And she told me what she's been going through these past couple of years, and my goodness, the things she went through. I mean, especially after what she went through in high school. Like, her mother literally just kept her inside, literally did not let her go outside at all. She was like a prisoner. You could kind of say she was like Rapunzel, except without the blonde long hair. But you know what I'm saying. But anyway, the years pass and everything tells me what's happening, and it's just been a whole lot different for her, for me. Like I said, I've been trying to. I mean, I work on my YouTube channel, I'm working on my Instagram, I'm working on myself, and ever since I got out of my last job, I'm feeling a lot better. I told her everything, how I quit. She was happy for me, and thought that maybe if there was a chance, like, we could try to meet each other, but right now it'd be impossible. I mean, she's in Texas, and I'm here in Arizona. So, I mean, it's a long drive to Texas. Trust me, I know that for a fact. I drove to Texas. But also, another thing is, I lack the funds. So, all I know is, well, I can't really see the timer, but I have a feeling I might need to cut this video out, so we're going to continue this on a part 2. So I'll tell you the rest in part 2, and stay tuned.